Hi everyone, Andragon with you. So today I would like to share another replay in team with Dobro. We played this Monday, I hoped, but in fact we played Tuesday. So on Tuesday I was quite prepared for this mutation, and as a result I thought that Stukov might be a good choice because anti-missile defense is exactly what he can do easily. His bunkers are able to destroy the nukes, and nothing can stop the bullets actually. That's why I decided that Stukov is a good choice, among that he will be able to fight with alien incubation because lots of infested Terrans are able to shoot effectively against anything. And so I chose Stukov for this particular mutation. I think it's good enough to pick that hero. And Dobro as usually plays Artanis because Artanis also can deal with some special things. For example, he can get rid of the nuclear missiles from the sky using his hero power. I mean the top panel ability. And it's actually a nice combination, so when my unit takes fatal damage, it will still survive because of his passive ability. Okay, so basically we need to put the trucks and destroy the constructs. This mission is not the most pleasant one, you know. You need to control your trucks all the time to defend and attack at the same time, so it's kind of trouble. Okay, I'll make it a bit faster because, as you can see, nothing special happens.
Mobius Corps built a battle station on this platform, and we're gonna have to dismantle it sector by sector. I loaded these trucks with some Naga artifacts that'll scramble their setup. Get them in place before it's too late.
So actually, we need to put trucks near the constructs. They get vulnerable. If they are not vulnerable, then they deal heavy damage. So you are supposed to have your trucks with you all the time. Okay, as you can see, so the basic construct is kind of aggressive. It deals lots of damage, especially to little forces. So you need to have your truck. Okay, now I will make it a bit faster. As you can see, for the start of the game, I immediately tried to put barracks on top on the bottom room. My ally is a typical Artanis, so he does not need so many warp gates because he has triple warp actually. It's okay. And as you can see, the missiles start. But now they are not very harmful. It's like the starting missiles, they deal some damage to my structures, but I'm Zerg, actually. So I have something from Zerg, like regeneration, and it's okay. And my ally has shield recharge, automatically. So it's okay. And whenever someone dies, broodlings come and start to eat all the time. Finally my forces are ready. So okay, remember that there is another irritating mutator, it's called the infested, C. So they walk around and try to destroy all your forces since the start of the game. Sometimes you are not ready because they are kind of early. That's why you need to be ready to defend all the time. For me it's like okay because I have barracks here and I can spawn some units if necessary or just use the top panel ability. So okay, let's switch to me. As you can see, I have two charges, so I can easily defend my ally and myself using my ally main structure or some other structure. So defense by broodlings is the cheapest way. Meanwhile, we are trying to move on. I'm destroying as lot as possible. Of course, I'll need some help soon. And we need to defend here.
Hostile forces are hitting our allies.
Clock's ticking, everyone.
See, so whenever we want to defend and not have any trouble, I use Apocalypse. Fortunately, I have double time for it. I mean, I have less time of reconstructing Apocalypse, Alexander, and this ability.
Good
So
work.
it
One
helps
less
a
con.
lot. I can afford using Apocalypse whenever I want.
Enemy is attacking
And
the
actually my main
Almost out of
forces are
time.
infantry.
Our adversaries intend to eliminate us. Templar.
The first truck's in place. Get to
So
safety.
when we
It's about-
finished, we need to get rid of this location, everything blasts, and then we can take an expand.
That sector's gone. You bought yourself.
So
Well fought.
my army anyway dies, that's why I need to
Both of your
use it
trucks have
somehow,
arrived.
and I try to push
Head
forward.
east, and you'll find the sector before you know it.
And now the main aspect of this mutation. Look, so I put infested bunkers all around the place for myself. Then I'll place them for my ally, so they help against missiles. Whenever a missile come near, I can deal with it. My ally can place cannons, but actually they're not as effective
Transferring the
as
weapons
my
data from the
bunkers.
outposts on this battle station.
And moreover, they are
Have a chance.
production.
Steer your truck that way.
So
Corrupt
see,
the data and
auto
stop it from
cooldown.
ever being used elsewhere.
Sooner or later, they will spawn infested marines and bring them as my army. And my bunkers also help to deal with attacks of opponents' infested turrets and so on.
Make the bad guys stop hitting us.
So basically we are getting ready. As you can see, we have enough time now. So it's not time to hurry. I need more bunkers, my ally needs economy. And the missiles can be harder. So first of all, their amount grew, as you can see.
Your
But
allies are
my
fighting the
line of
bad guys.
bunkers is everywhere, and as a result I am ready for the missiles. Of course, double upgrades will help me a lot, because I'm fighting with infantry mostly. And probably I'd like another
Enemy
base too.
forces detected. Prepare our defense.
So see, now the missiles have drones to destroy the
Looks like Amon's minions.
bullets. So not all of them, as you can see, but some of them. That's why when you play, for example, Artanis, some of your shots will be not effective. Fortunately, all the bunkers here are very effective against missiles, and I'm protected. Now I need to protect my ally here.
Found your truck's location.
Okay, let's go.
Expect an attack.
So, alien incubation, plus attacks, plus additional problems. Basically, we are happy that our opponent plays Skytos, so it means Tempests, some Phoenixes maybe, and actually versus Tempests my infantry is very effective, because they have heavy damage but their cooldown is also long. Meanwhile, my main forces, while they defend the base, I help my ally with my ultimate ability, I hold Alexander here, and infestation. So as a result, instead of fighting with the army, my opponent is trying to deal with lots of broodings, exactly what I need,
Targeting your truck's coordinates.
and the constructs are deactivated. So using my abilities, using my two main units from the top panel, and of course with the help of my ally,
The blast radius.
we are okay here.
CVs are in
Meanwhile, something happens here. As you can see, nothing can pass through the bunkers, all the missiles are destroyed immediately,
Left of that sector.
and the sector 2 is easily cleared.
Enemies of the
2 spare trucks have been prepped.
Okay,
Focus on getting the trucks to the sector.
so as you can see, Sky Protest is not effective versus my infested troops. And actually we have some time to get this construct to do the quest, but for some reason we decided not to risk and just to push forward here. So the main thing is to win the mission. If we have time, then we will do the opposite quest. So I mean this one. But as you can see, the time is low and we need to defend here, we need to push forward, that's why we decided to ignore one of them. Okay, let's go next.
Research outposts are transferring their data so you have time to escort your truck to them.
So my ally has a nice base here, he tries to defend it with photon cannon. I forgot to put bunkers around, but fortunately instead I put bunkers around my ally. So as you can see, now we have an effective defense, soon it will be even better. My main point is to defend his main base, and if possible, the other base. Meanwhile, we need to
Bad
push
news,
forward.
commanders. Attack wing.
Mass zealots, mass roaches, kind of irritating, because they spawn broodlings. Remember about broodlings from enemies. And now, when I'm sure that everything
The
seems
outpost
fine
just went
here,
silent.
I can put my legion here. So, according to Artanis, they don't die when taking the first little damage, and it's very good for me.
One less construct to deal with.
But we see that the opponent has lots of units here. And so the fight begins, and you hear that sound. It means that somewhere a nuclear missile is going. Here it is. So fortunately minimap helps a lot here. And we have an attack here. So we need to fight here, not to lose. I hope Alexander is good enough to deal with it. And with Apocalypse it gets good enough. But another thing is that actually we need to defend our main base. As you can see, we need to get rid of this nuke. And as a result, I decided to use Apocalypse here, just not to look at my main base. It has missiles to deal with Phoenixes too, that's why it's not only a land unit. As you can see, it's effective. And while our attack goes on and on, yes, it's hard, yes, painful, but still we go forward. And now about the nuke. So we dealt with this nuke using my bunker and using my allies top panel.
Bad news, commanders.
Another wave of opponent here, and look. So now, look at this nuke. It goes here. My bunker is not ready, unfortunately, but the line is being prepared. So soon my ally will be protected from all sides at main. And here we have some cannons. I have almost nothing, so I will be forced to move my units. Let's check this nuke. See, so it flies near 3 cannons and a bunker. But the cannons, they just try hard but fail. And my bunker one-shots the nuke. That's how it works. And most of other nukes too, basically. Okay, meanwhile, here we are destroying every single unit. We are ready here, so we can remove our forces from this location.
One more sector to go.
Another nuke flies here, and you will see that my ally will be able to destroy it himself.
Together some new trucks.
So here it comes, we see it, yeah.
South of your current base of operations.
Here the bombardment comes, and boom, the nuke is destroyed. So Artanis can also deal with nuclear missiles here, but it's better to put bunkers, of course. Meanwhile, another fight with my infested. Some of them died, but I have more. And as you can see, my bunkers go on spawning more units. And we are pushing forward the actually additional base. So as you can see, the situation is not very good, so we need to push forward here. My ally has mostly immortals, that's why I need to help. Archons can help, of course, but it's not enough to Archons. Attack here, meanwhile, nuclear missile here, meanwhile. So you need to focus on several battles during this game. But when you have bunkers all around, you don't need to care about nukes flying through the bunkers. Here my ally decided to use his ultimate ability, soon he will show that. Meanwhile, here, with the help of his first ability, we defend. Yes, so the 2 fights are won. Now deal with the nuke easily using my casual units. And the situation is totally controlled again. So we push forward, trying to get the additional quest now. 24 seconds, but it's enough. We are ready. And the quest is done. So actually we could try to do with the second quest, but we just didn't want to risk, that's why we ignored it. Not the most effective fight here from me, but still I deal damage. I destroyed almost all the interceptors here, and now my legions will march through this area with the help of my ally, of course. So actually, his army is effective against broodlings because Archons just destroy them. And Immortals destroy all the units which are armored and like mech or something like that. So Zealots also help to tank, to destroy little units, splash damage versus broodlings and versus infested. So everything is according to the plan. This nuke goes here and we'll see. So unfortunately, once during this game I was not in position, this nuke is destroyed, and now my legions marching to the right position. As you can see, we've got some problems from the mutator, I mean aberrations. Additional ability deals 50 damage, like infestation. See these little flies around enemies. That's how it works. Lots of aberrations here. Meanwhile, we need to push forward because the time is not endless. And now I have like some trouble because lots of units here, and I need to choose where should I fight. I decided that the most preferable is of course our base, but first of all I need to deal some damage here. That's why I used the Focalist. And when we cleared half of the area using my top panel, I told that okay, it's time my army to march to the main base. And okay, of course I spawned even more units. As you can see, my defense still holds. I lost maybe one bunker. Void Rays are not effective against infested Terrans because they are light and biological. And aberrations are also not the greatest thing to deal with. So my army easily deals with Sky Protoss, no problem at all. Meanwhile, my second base finally got a couple of bunkers to deal with the nukes, and I'm ready here. My ally also tried to help. His cannons are destroyed, but he's okay. And this attack failed because my main forces were defeating the aberrations and the Sky Protoss on my main base. But still the damage is good enough, and actually it was like previous attack, so it's another nuke is destroyed by my bunkers as well as most of other missiles. And now you will see a fight against the final wave of Sky Protoss with everything he needs and make it a bit faster. So even Archons can't deal with Zealots and infested Terrans, too many of them. His storms actually heal, that's why he storms his own unit. Another nuke was destroyed by bunker. And as you can see, nothing can stop this legion. Not the carriers, not the void rays, anything. And another wave of aberrations tries to help. Fortunately, my ally has immortals and it's good enough. On the main base, using 2 infestations, no chances at all. So, actually, I tried to attack whenever I had Alexander and Apocalypse. These 2 units are like an additional army, providing some pressure and resulting into destroying the first line of defense. And now I used all my forces. So, actually, unfortunately, this missile was not focused, but it dealt not enough damage, that's why it's okay. Another bunker falls here. Meanwhile, we are pushing forward, as you can see. So, my main forces are attacking, so I need to defend somehow. The bunkers again help a lot. So, storms heal our forces. All my ultimate abilities fight versus the main objective. I captured some carriers, as you can see. Thanks to Alexander, it controls 4 carriers. Nicely, right? Meanwhile, on the main base, my bunkers still hold the attack.
guys are fighting
And
bad guys.
actually now I decided, okay, it's time to finish. So I went with all my forces from almost
Hold
all
on.
the bunkers
Construct's
to
down.
attack the construct. And that's when the nuke came, that's why one
Battle
nuke was
station's
missed,
ready in its
unfortunately.
attack. We need to get going.
But as a result, I had enough forces, and they still go on and go on. Last construct will be down soon, almost 180 limit. And on the main base, everything is controllable, so I have another army here.
My favorite horror story
Okay,
Silent.
so
Finally.
that's how we did it.
Thank you.
Actually, I liked this mission, especially playing Stukov, because he totally destroys the mutator with missiles, and the bunkers provide the additional forces from time to time. Artanis is good because he helps to protect my forces from dying with the shield, with the passive ability of another life, and so on. So guys, thanks for watching, see you in my next videos, hope it will help you to deal with this mutation successfully as well. Good luck to you.